Welcome to another News of the Bizarre. News so bizarre that it'll make your head spin. Nearly 50 years ago, scientists found bones of two large, powerful dinosaur arms in Mongolia and figured they had discovered a fearsome critter with killer claws. Now scientists have found the rest of the dinosaur and have new descriptions for it: goofy and weird. The beast probably lumbered along two legs like a cross between TV dinosaur Barney and Jar Jar Binks of Star Wars fame. It was 16 feet tall and 36 feet long, weighing 7 tons with a duckbill on its head and a hump-like cell on its back. It had killer claws, tufts of feathers here and there, and no teeth. It's not enough, it ate like a giant vacuum cleaner. That's what scientists say. Reimagined after a full skeleton was found in Mongolia, and it described in paper released October 22nd. Some years ago, it's an ancestral relative of the modern ostrich and belonged to the dinosaur family, often called ostrich dinosaurs. Turned out to be one of the weirdest dinosaurs beyond of imagination. Study-led author Young-Nam Lee, director of the Geological Museum in Daejeon, South Korea, said in his email when scientists in 1965 found that the first forearm bones, nearly 8 feet long, many of them envision a creature that would strike terror in people, said University of Maryland expert Thomas Holtz, who wasn't part of the study. Now it's a creature that would strike amusement, amazement, and yes, it's pretty darn goofy. Police in Bristol, Connecticut have apprehended a man who took a cleaner mop at a hotel and began aggressively mopping the floor despite pleas for him to stop. The incident took place at Doubletree Hotel around 6:30 p.m. on Monday when 30-year-old John Thornton spotted a hotel employee doing a bad job of cleaning, police claim. He took it upon himself to grab the cleaner's mop and started becoming aggressive, it is alleged. Then began to mop the floor, but became more aggressive and mopped over the employee's shoes several times, said police spokesman Lieutenant Don Watson. He then turned his back to the employee and forcefully backed into her, pushing her into a corner. The cleaner, who was left shaken by the attack, will be pressing charges. Thornton was charged with breach of peace and, upon making further threats against the police, was given threatening in the second degree for good measure. It appears he was arrested before he could begin violently hovering on a passive-aggressive sweeping. He appears in court on October 27th. He was arrested for aggressive mopping. Say what you want to about Peyton Manning, but the fact what he owns is a bunch of Papa John's stores in Denver. Sure, he has helped the stoner jokes ride themselves. This latest creation seems like the result of brand synergy and whatever your urban philosopher friend Professor Munchies had left on his coffee table at 3 a.m. on Monday after a 48-hour Xbox binge. But I guarantee there are people out there who are going to eat the Papa John's and PepsiCo team up to finally answer what nagging question: what would happen if you took a bag of Fritos and a bowl of chili and dumped them on a pizza? It's the Fritos chili pizza. According to Bob Crott, Papa John's chef marketing officer, thought this is less about reminding them of the time in college that I had 3 things in my pantry and managed to turn them into a week of worth of meals, and more about celebrating our favorite part of the fall season. Honestly, he could have just said, look, we have a deal with Pepsi and people love Fritos and chili, so why not? But the man gets extra points for his application of John's best business lesson. So I guess the only question remaining is, do I eat this thing or what? I think I should give it a whirl. Or maybe I'll order one and then make my own and compare. There are millions ways I could go with this, but the promotion ends on November 23rd. Need to decide as soon as possible. Get your Fritos chili pizza at Papa John's now.
2, 3.
A very British parrot named Nigel has been reunited with his owner after disappearing 4 years ago, but he now speaks Spanish. Nigel, a great African parrot, flew away from his home in California in 2010, but was returned to his British owner, Darren Sheik, after he was discovered in Torrance, California. Although the Spanish-speaking bird bit Mr. Cheek when he first saw him, the happy owner said he's doing perfect. Mr. Cheek says his bird's British accent is gone, replaced by fluent Spanish and someone called Larry. Even though he has no idea where the bird has been for the last 4 years, he claimed it's really weird. I knew it was him from the minute I saw him. Nigel was discovered by Julie Sperling, who owns a dog grooming parlor, after she took him as a match missing pet advertisement she had been. He was the happiest bird. He was singing, talking without control. He was barking like dogs, she said. I'm from Panama, and he was saying what happened in Spanish. And those are your news updates for today. You guys stay weird, and maybe your news will be right here on the Biff Burrows channel.